Hello, Miraculously Awesome Squad, aka MLB fam. We are going to be diving deep into Natalie, and we are also going to be talking about Eltoro Di Paleda, also known as the Stone Bull. But before we get into all of that, please hit that awesome like, that awesome subscribe, please comment. I love comments, and share this video, please, to get it out to the algorithm. It helps us a lot. Please hit that like, and please also enjoy the video. Now, let's talk about Natalie. Honestly, I know there's a lot to talk about El Toro in the beginning, but I just want to talk about the ending and where Natalie stands, because it kind of was a lot. Like, the end just kind of caught us off guard, or at least it caught me off guard. So I was just trying to figure out, what is this council? There's like a diamond council and all these other different councils, and who is a part of this council? And how does Natalie know about this secret organization? It's like, here we go again. We had Gabriel teaming up with Mrs. Tsarugi, which I think is a part of this new council. I think Mrs. Tsarugi formed a new group, of course, after Gabriel Agrest's death. So I do think that she's planning something that's pretty crazy and also pretty wild. And do I think Lila may be involved? Definitely yes, because let's be honest, Mrs. Tsarugi should have been in jail a long time ago, as Ladybug also pointed out, and we see that Kagami was like, yeah, let me talk to my mother, but we don't hear Kagami talking about her mother. We also do not hear about Marinette, trying to talk to Kagami about her mother. So a lot is going on. So it's kind of like left in the dark. But Natalie knows about this council. And also, who is Natalie's father? What do you mean father? Like, has the father always been here? We haven't heard anything about Natalie's father for 5 seasons. I don't think we've ever seen him. We might have. I don't exactly know. But this is just getting more and more intense. So her father is a part of this secret council, which is also really crazy to me, to think that Natalie's father is also doing this. And also, is Natalie having ulterior motives when it comes down to taking care of Adrien? Is she actually taking care of Adrien out of the kindness of her heart because she actually wants to be his mother? Or is she actually planning on betraying Adrien? Natalie, you better not. Adrien has honestly been through too much as it is, and I just think that you should not be topping it off and making it like just so horribly bad. Like, Adrien, I think, is already at the point of like snapping and losing his mind, and if you betray him, I don't know. And then also Marinette is lying to him, which is not helping. I wanted to get so angry at Marinette in this episode, Eltoro Di Piedra, or the Stone Bull. Because there's a scene where Marinette and Adrien are looking at his old baby clothes, and Marinette finds the letter, and Gabriel actually confesses. He confesses and tells Adrien that he is Hawkmoth, that he was the villain that was terrorizing all of Paris. And instead of Marinette actually letting him find the letter, like letting him know that she found the letter, no, let's just keep it a secret. This is why when Adrien eventually finds out the truth, this is why he's going to be even more upset at you, because of the fact that you went through such like great lengths just to hide this from him. Like, it's like, if you really cared about Adrien, why do you not just tell him? Just tell him the truth. Tell him you lied to him. Yeah, he'll be mad at you, but it won't sting so bad because you like kind of told him in the beginning stages. But if you keep hiding that from him, of course he's going to be so super mad at you. Of course he's not going to want to talk to you probably anymore, because you keep covering it up. Like, why do we need to keep covering it up? Just tell him. But anyways, since there was a letter in the album of that box of like the different ages of Adrien, like 1 through 5 and all the other different ages he is leading up to his current age, it wouldn't surprise me if there were actually other letters planted around the house for Adrien to find. Like, what if he actually made different letters that he planted to make sure that Adrien finds out? And I think that's what's going to make Adrien question like what actually is going on, because eventually he's going to find out that Ladybug lied to him, and so that's going to spark a lot of conversations, and he's probably going to tell Marinette, why did Ladybug lie to me? And it's going to open up a whole Pandora's box. Also, Ivan has gone through a lot. I didn't even know Ivan's father was a villain, like a real legit villain. Like, he used to pull heists and different things like that, like kind of old school, old-timey villain back in the day. And this episode was perfect for explaining, because I wanted to know, why was Ivan actually a bully in season 1? When we go back to the episode Origins, Stoneheart, and Origins Part 1 and 2, we see that Ivan is actually not a nice kid at first, and I wanted to know why. But now this episode explains it's because Ivan's father was a villain, and I don't think he knew how to handle it. Like, I don't think he knew how to take it. I don't think he thought it as a good thing. You know, like when a male child looks up to their father, they want their father to be a positive role model. You know, like a police officer, you know, a fighter or something, you know, something good, something that's positive. And Ivan's father is a villain, which I do think is what caused him to be so angry in the beginning of the show. He kind of was like a bully. Everybody was afraid to actually talk to Ivan because they were like, they didn't know what he was going to do. They didn't know if he was going to like fight them or whatever. But honestly, he was just, I think, so angry at his dad that he just balled all that anger inside. It wasn't until he actually had a crush on Maylene that he actually ended up like kind of becoming more like soft-hearted and more toned down. And unfortunately, his father sees his kindness and actually wanting to be a good student as a weakness. And I think it was good for Miraculous to show this in an episode, because there are a lot of children who have parents who sometimes might not do the right things, and so that's why they could end up being like angry in the future or not knowing what to do, and you can't tell anyone because it can be hard. Also, the episode doesn't really go in depth about Ivan's mother, so I'm trying to figure out, is Ivan's mother actually alive, or maybe she left Ivan as a baby, something like that. But his mother was not in the picture. They literally just showed his father. His father mentions his mother to Ivan, saying that he had his mother's like face. So that's really kind of the only reference we get from the whole movie. So I'm guessing that maybe his mother's not in his life. They didn't show her if she is. But I think that also would have been very interesting to show us how Ivan's mother was as well. But in the end, Ladybug just had to let him know that, you know, you're not defined by what your father is doing. You are a superhero. He wanted to give his Miraculous back, but Ladybug was like, no, you are a superhero and you're a good person. You don't have to be like him. And I thought that was a very good message. Also, I need to know, why is Luca in Brazil? Luca's still in Brazil somewhere, and I'm not really understanding why. But yeah, he's still in Brazil somewhere, you know, doing music, and I'm hoping that he comes back, because right now he's still somewhere else, and it's kind of just not making any sense to me, but okay. Also, we found out that Juleka can sing, which I thought was interesting. She has a whole solo, which I think was pretty cool. And overall, I think that this episode did reveal a lot and kind of tell us like what's to come and what's like really going on with the whole Natalie situation. And I'm honestly just so proud of the episode as a whole. I mean, it was a good fun watch overall, and it's just going to be interesting to see what happens in Miraculous in the future. So guys, let me know what you think about the episode Eltoro Di Paleda, and how do you think that this episode was to you? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and always remember, MLB fam, have a miraculously awesome day.